Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another episode of the Complete Marvel Rivals Guide. My name is Kearless, and if you don't know me already, I am a 2-time Peak Eternity player and continue to play this game to this very day. It's nice to meet you. This is the Complete Marvel Rivals Guide. It is a series where I will be posting every single day going over high-level concepts that you should be utilizing in your own games if you want to improve. My overall goal with this series is to help a ton of people to achieve their peak ranks. And without any further ado, let's get into it. So same thing that I typically say, I'm going to put up the entire lesson guide on screen, so if you ever want to jump around and pick a lesson that you want to watch, I'll put that up right now so you can go ahead and pick one. So in the last lesson, we learned how to move around the map with rotations, but today we're going to be talking about something that every player experiences, but very few actually think about. This is one of the most overlooked things in all of Marvel Rivals. Every elimination changes the game, but not every single elimination has the same value. And you're probably wondering why I'm even mentioning that. Because we're talking about why deaths matter and spawn advantage today. So first, why deaths matter, you want to think about this and think through it. So first, why deaths matter. You want to ask yourself, if there are two players who get eliminated, are those eliminations worth the same? No. One player might lose 5 seconds, one player might lose 30. Because if you kill a Spider-Man versus if you kill an Invisible Woman, the Spider-Man's going to get back to the fight so much quicker than the Invisible Woman. So the kill on the Invisible Woman is much stronger than the kill on the Spider-Man and is going to give you more of an advantage. Also, if that Invisible Woman had her ultimate ability and you end up killing her before she can pop it for that fight, then that kill is worth more than the kill on the Spider-Man. Does that make sense? Now we're going to talk about spawn advantage, and the definition of spawn advantage is that spawn advantage is the advantage that a team gains based on where players respawn and how long it takes them to return to the fight. Sometimes winning a fight isn't enough. You want to win it in a way that keeps the enemy out of the game for as long as possible. A pretty good rule of thumb is the farther someone is from the fight, the more valuable their elimination becomes. Now for spawn distance, every map has different spawn locations. Sometimes your team respawns nearby and the enemy team respawns far away, but sometimes it's the opposite. You should always think about who is going to get back first in this scenario. The exact same elimination can have completely different value depending on when it happens. This is why timing matters so much. An example is when you eliminate the Punisher 5 seconds before the objective unlocks, there's still a chance that he's going to return in time. So instead of that, you want to kill the Punisher right as the fight starts, and now he's gone for the entire fight, which has huge value. This goes into staggering. The definition of staggering is a stagger is eliminating an enemy after the fight is already over and delaying their return to the next fight. So instead of everyone respawning together, you delay the kill on one enemy so that that player arrives late, and so you might get the advantage when the next fight starts. The enemy has to choose between fighting the 5v6 or waiting even longer for their teammate to come. Either option benefits your team completely. I want to say that there are also good times to stagger and there are bad times to stagger. A good time to stagger is after winning a team fight or before an important objective or just when it's safe. You don't risk your own life just to get a stagger off. But sometimes staggering isn't worth it. You don't want to chase all the time. You want to ask yourself, will chasing this elimination put me out of position? Will I die? Will my team lose space? If you're answering yes to these questions, you don't want to chase. The objective is still way more important. Now we're going to go over resetting, and sometimes when your team loses the fight or one player makes a mistake and they're running back in one by one, this creates like a chain of staggering deaths, and instead you should back out, regroup, and fight together, so now you guys have a much better chance of winning. Sure, you might lose a couple of seconds, but that's way better than slowly just losing the match throughout because you guys are constantly in a 3v6. The key thing I want you to remember is that a fast reset is often better than a slow defeat. Okay, I was told that you guys like the individual hero examples and the team examples, so I'm going to be including those in the videos. So an example of individual hero examples is Spider-Man. He's excellent at securing stagger eliminations, but only if he can escape safely. Where Venom is really good and he can pressure retreating enemies but shouldn't overcommit after the fight is won. Punisher punishes enemies trying to regroup by controlling the exit routes with his sightlines, and Luna Snow helps teammates survive long enough to reset together instead of staggering as they're entering the fight. And since you guys also like the team examples, I'm also going to be doing those throughout every single video. So first, the good examples, just like previously. If your team wins the fight and 4 enemies are already eliminated, one Groot is slowly retreating, your Spider-Man secures the elimination safely and escapes, and now the Groot is going to respawn several seconds later after his team, and the enemy can't take the next fight without the Groot, so you're going to have to delay the entire push, which is great for your team because you guys get a couple more seconds of getting objective points. The next good example is your team loses 2 players immediately. Instead of trickling back in, everyone retreats and waits. So now all 6 teammates will regroup, the next fight starts evenly, and you guys have a better chance of winning. So the lesson here is that knowing when not to fight is just as important as knowing when to fight. Now for the bad examples, if the fight is already lost and one teammate keeps contesting and then they die, they respawn late and they run back alone just so they can die again, now the enemy gets free objective progress because it's constantly a 5v6. So the lesson here is that trickling turns one lost fight into multiple lost fights. For the second bad example, it's your team wins the fight. The Spider-Man chases a stagger kill all the way to the enemy spawn, and then he ends up getting eliminated. Now the enemy team respawns all together, and your stagger gained nothing. The lesson here is you should never throw away your spawn advantage trying to create a better one. Now some couple common mistakes that I see when VOD reviewing lower ranks is they trickle respawning, they chase stagger kills that are way too far, they ignore the spawn distances, they fight while teammates are still dead, they contest the hopeless fights, and they forget to regroup and they just trickle in and die. So a couple of questions that you can actually ask yourself during the game is, who has the shorter walk back? Can we stagger someone safely? Should we reset? If I die here, will I miss the next fight? And is this elimination actually even worth chasing? Now, obviously, I got some homework for you guys. For your next 5 games, every time a team fight ends, you should ask yourself, should we stagger the enemy or should we regroup? You want to be paying attention to how often waiting for your teammates leads to cleaner team fights compared to running in alone. So now that we understand how respawns actually influence the game, the next lesson is about pressure, how elite players force mistakes without even securing eliminations. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of the lesson today. I don't really have much to say, so I'm kind of just going to end it here. It's like 1 a.m. right now, and I still have a lot of editing to do, and I have to put in some gameplay, so I'm going to be up for a little bit longer. I'm sorry that this was kind of a quicker lesson. It might have been more boring. I'm super tired, had a very long day. I'm trying to get this done and posted for you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. I've noticed that the first video I put on the series, which is my worst one now that I'm realizing like how I should be making these videos, but it has like almost 200 views, which is crazy. and I'm above 40 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for like watching and participating. It's really nice hearing you guys' feedback. Thank you for commenting and liking all these videos. It's really nice to see. And yeah, so also congratulations on making it halfway through the series. You're officially halfway through after you complete your homework today. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else other than that. I'm still working on the videos. I should have a lot of free time coming up, not tomorrow, but the day after. So I'm definitely going to be catching up on videos because like what else am I going to be doing? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.